have someone who's a very good friend of mine. I think he's very, very funny. It is the one, the only Marcus Lustig!
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Marcus Lustig, and tonight I'm going to tell a short story from high school. And first off, I should say I am not in high school. Okay? All right, a lot of people, oftentimes people do not believe that I am in college, and it is not a particularly confidence-boosting thing to have to convince someone of your age. This happens to me when I go to see an R-rated movie. I have been disallowed from hotel gyms because they don't think that I'm old enough or big enough to use the equipment properly. At the airport, when I fly alone, everyone is very concerned. Flight attendants, the captain probably, the pilot, I guess, and other passengers are offering to help me with my luggage. It's really sweet. It's an incredibly heartening experience. So anyways, this is a story from high school, and it's a story when I actually was much younger than everyone else around me. It was in Eduardo's Spanish 3, and I was the only 9th grader in the class. And Eduardo, my teacher, asked me to stay after class on the first day of school. And I was like, wow, that's so nice of him. He knows that I'll be nervous, he's gonna comfort me. So everyone else filed out of class, and Eduardo walked up to my desk, put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, "Little Lustig." That's my last name. It's alliteration. "Little Lustig, I am going to teach you this year with a flaming sword." Which were not the words I wanted to hear from Eduardo. And over the school year, I got to know Eduardo a little better. He was from Puerto Rico. He had a very romantic boyhood there. He grew up in extreme poverty. So I guess the person who it's romantic for is me. He grew up in a small fishing village on the coast, and Eduardo had this terrifying habit as a kid. This is awful. He would drown cats in ponds for fun. Yeah, that's right, it's fucked up. That is really fucked up. And he told us about it. He told his high school class about it, which means that his hatred for cats endured well into adulthood. And Eduardo really hated two things in this world. Musicals. He hates musical theater. He refused to go to our high school's musical. And obviously, cats. So it was always my plan that if I was really mad at Eduardo, I would just tell him about the existence of the musical Cats. And it would ruin his fucking day. Eduardo would do this thing where he he created a character for me. He would tell stories about me in front of the class that weren't true. In another context, this would be called bullying. And so I would walk into class the same time as all of the older students, and Eduardo would say in front of the whole class, "Little Lustig, I know that you are huffing glue before my class." No, I know. "I know that you are in the alley with girls, huffing glue." I know, a small part of me was I liked this Lothario kind of bad boy image that Eduardo was creating for me. But a much larger part of me wanted my classmates to know that I would never huff glue. I would never do that. And Eduardo also invented a romance between me and a girl named Victoria in the class and that's kind of a typical foreign language teacher move. In front of the whole class, he would say to me, "Little Lustig, I know that you and Victoria are in love. I know that she meets you in the alley before class." And Victoria she was really sweet. She was a great artist. She was a junior. And Eduardo would say to her, "Victoria, I know that you love to paint Lustig in the nude. In the nude." This was like a harmless joke, I thought, until Eduardo told my parents at parent-teacher conferences that I was in love with a girl named Victoria and that it was incredibly disruptive to the class, which is true, but not because of me. So Victoria went on to graduate. She went to UCLA, and actually my roommate at Georgetown interned in Los Angeles this past summer, and he matched with Victoria on Tinder. And he texted me in the middle of the summer, like, "Dude, I matched with this girl named Victoria on Tinder. I think she went to your high school. Do you know her?" And I was so excited. I texted him back, "Yes, we used to huff glue together. We were in love. In the alley, she painted me in the nude." Take care of her. All right, thank you guys.